Alright, what's going on, guys? I am back. Another video. Hope to have another one later this week. It just depends on if I can get time to record with the guy who has the deck. Um, I apologize. It's been a while since I've had a profile. Life just seems to keep on lifing. That and USPS has been super slow with everything, as they always are. I have a love-hate relationship with them, I swear. When I do get my stuff, Labyrinth will be finished. I will start taking them to the locals. We are going to start having some more locals, more than just one night a week, which will be great. Can't wait. So eventually I'll be able to get some more content for you guys. That and there's a regional coming up in Omaha on the 19th of March. I'm hoping I can make it to that. I'm not going to get my hopes up. Work is work. Also, testing out this new webcam, guys. Give me some recommendations. I don't like how wide it is. Just a personal gripe, it is what it is. But enough about that. Let's say we do the thing with the stuff in the videos. What's going on, guys? It's boy Ferg here, coming at you with a deck profile from Eric, one of our newer players here. Been about 3 months. He played Marincess, and then that's all you played, actually, is Marincess, isn't it?
I played a little bit of Marincess to start off with, then I went over to Branded for a little bit, then I went to Tearlament while I was still in format.
For 2 weeks.
For 2 weeks, without the field spell, and now I'm back in Branded again.
Alright, and like you said, Branded. You guys had locals last night. Unfortunately, I couldn't make it since, work and stuff.
Yeah.
You played Branded, like you said.
Yeah.
How did you do?
I went 2-2 last night. Unfortunately, I've got choke points in one of those games. In the other game, it went to best of 3, and I just ran out of gas.
What were your matchups by chance?
First game was against Zombie. Cleaned it up real quick. Second game was against Sun Avalon. That one went to the best of 3. That one, Nibiru saved my ass.
Oh.
Sword Soul was the third matchup. That was... Baron is a stupid card. I hate it. And the fourth one was against Draco Slayer.
Didn't realize that Sword Soul and Draco Slayer are both in there. Oh, never mind. I know who plays Draco Slayer.
Yeah.
But Sword Soul, I'm sure I know who it was.
Gus.
What? Oh, me. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's kind of how I felt too. I was just like, okay.
And how comfortable are you feeling with this deck?
I'm feeling fairly comfortable. There's a couple of things that I still need to learn. I feel like I need to adjust the deck ever so slightly, and I did do that last night. Changed a couple of things around, but I also just need to practice with the deck at this point.
And we've been doing quite a bit with it, but sometimes IRL playing is a lot better practice than YGO Pro or Dueling Book.
Exactly.
But I think without further ado, let's jump right into this, shall we?
All right. We'll begin. Got 3 copies of Aluber. Card is essential for the deck. It basically allows you to get Branded Fusion or any of your branded spells if you already have Fusion in the hand, and allows you to actually go into your actual plays. Running 3 of those. Then the rest of the Despia package, we're running 1 Tragedy, 1 Ad Libitum, and 1 Dramaturge. Dramaturge is really undersold. A lot of decks are not actually running Dramaturge. I love this card because it's another big body on the field, and also it is actually a negate when you activate a fusion monster effect. It actually can negate it, so really strong. I don't use Ad Libitum too much, mostly because it also ups your opponent's monsters as well. Tragedy is important for actually searching out the Alubers. Okay. Then we've got the Bestial package. I'm running 4. I'm running a Magnamont and 3 Serenir. I'm probably going to reduce this even more further because I'm going to be honest, these cards suck.
Yeah, they definitely fell out of format after Tearlament.
Yeah, they absolutely are dog water. Like, you need to run Serenir in the deck strictly because of the fact that it allows you to put like some of the branded spells, namely Branded Retribution, into the graveyard. And this card needs to be in your graveyard because then you can get Branded Fusion back into your hand by banishing it. So you need to run Serenir. but running him at 3 just feels bad. But you can't run him any further. If you had the Bestial Rebellion, you could run him at 1.
Right, and you said before we started recording, you did say that he was a little above your price range for right now.
He's like $80-$90 at this point. I can't afford that, man.
Right, and now that this deck is actually in format now, it's going to stay up there.
Oh yeah, no, it's going to stay up there. I'm only running the 1 Magnemite, and that's strictly only in the cases that I need to search out either a Serenair, or I could search out Albaz, or I can also search out Albion here. And those 2 guys are actually pretty good.
Oh, nice.
So that's it for that package. We're running 2 Cartesia. This card is fantastic. It makes everything in the deck kind of just run smoother. It's recursion. It's a fusion summon without being a spell. It can special summon itself from the hand. It just does everything for the deck.
Without trying to reveal weaknesses of the deck. So say somebody else were playing Bestials to go against you, because that's what I would feel they're citing them for, is this matchup alone.
Yeah.
Is this the card they want to hit in the graveyard?
Absolutely.
Okay.
This card, when it is banished, basically just becomes a dead card. But that's why we're running 2.
Absolutely.
Running 2 Fallen of Albath. This card sucks. It straight up sucks. When you draw this in your opening hand and you're going first, it just feels bad. Like, genuinely speaking, this card is one of the worst cards in the deck, but you need to run it because it is essential for all your fusion plays.
Yes, literally every says Fallen of Albath.
The only exception is like the one and a couple of the more generic guys, but you need to run 2 of them, because if you do open them in your opening hand and you have Branded Fusion, you can still go into your plays by sending him to the graveyard from the deck. And if he gets banished, it's hard to get him back. So it's one of those things where you need to run 2. Some decks are running 3. I don't think that. Some decks are running 1, and they're insane. I don't agree with that. I'm running 2 Mercurier. Mercurier is a really good card because, one, it's a hand trap that you can and that you can also summon on the field. So that's pretty good as on its own. In addition to that, this card also is how you get into this guy right here, which is Rembrandt. He's a really good card. I'll talk to you about it in a little bit, but that's how you get into him, is you use him as material. And if he's banished, you can add a name such as Cartesia to your hand, and getting 2 Cartesia is kind of the entire points around this version of the deck.
Right.
Running a single Albion card draw, essentially what it is. Not terribly amazing, but he's still pretty good. Running a single kit. This is basically the 4th copy of Luber. That's kind of that is searchable using by sending Sprint to the graveyard. Not terribly important for the deck. You can probably cut her, but I do find that there are times when having a 4th copy of Luber is nice. Especially
how many of these cards share names with other archetypes.
Yeah, it is weird because you have a Tri-Brigade, you have a Spriggan. It's very strange. It's kind of insane. So that does it for basically all of the monsters, save for the hand traps. We're running 3 Branded Opening just to get to your Luber so you can get to Branded Fusion. But it also, and I forgot about this last night, which kind of makes me feel bad. You can banish this to protect your fusion monsters if this is in the graveyard. That's just a really good card.
Would that have saved some of your matchups?
It would have saved me. It would have saved me more time than anything. It didn't actually save me a matchup. Branded Fusion. This card's insane. There's a reason they limited this in the OCG. Fusion summon a thing from using materials from deck and or field. Just absolutely insane. You basically always choose from the deck every time, unless you're like going into very specific plays. This card is essential for the archetype to actually run and is absolutely insane. here are the one-ofs. We've got a copy of Branded Retribution. This card you can banish from the graveyard to add a branded spell from the graveyard to the hand. And it's also a negate, which, helps this deck because it needs those. We've got a Branded Loss. This card is insane. Allows you to essentially just +1 whenever you fusion summon. And also protects you while you fusion summon, which is great. And then Branded in Red, this is basically what you're searching off about Albion, the Blazing Dragon, every single time. Because this card just allows you to, it's a quick play, you can play it on your opponent's turn, or what I've recently learned, you can do it in the end phase to get Mirror Jade out on your first turn, which is insane. I've learned that line recently. I didn't have the chance to do it last night, but I did. I wanted to, but I just wasn't able to actually fit it in. We're running 2 Branded High Spirits. This is more of a consistency card more than anything. It also allows for like the Albion to get into the graveyard, which is essential for getting Branded Red in. Not a lot of things are running. Not a lot of decks are running this. I like the card a lot. I'm running it at 2 simply because we have Fusion Deployment here, which is basically another 3 copies of this, but Fusion Deployment's slightly better because I reveal a thing, I special summon a thing.
You were able to get your copies.
I was able to get my copies.
Because I know, what was it, Thursday when we were testing? You said that you only had like 1 of them.
I checked my mail that night. I got them in. So.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, I know. So I got those in. This card is insane. These cards are really good. I might drop these and replace them for a couple other things, but I'm not entirely sure just yet. Might run a few more hand traps, I'm not sure. For consistency tools, there's another Foolish Burial. Then Tragedy, get a Luber. Feel great. And then Cold by the Saki one of that basically every deck runs, because sometimes you just need an out to Ash.
Because I have Ash. I get it. Yep. I get it.
We're running 3 Ashes. It's Ash. I don't think there needs to be any introduction to it. It's one of the best cards in the deck, in the game in general.
Because I told you I was going to say something about this, because I yell at Nick for the same exact thing. Bro.
I know.
Bro.
I'm fixing it. I'm gonna fix it. Just give me time. Give me time. My God.
Thank you.
And then, of course, probably arguably the best this format.
This is the format make or break right here.
Like almost every single deck that is running in this format, save for Sword Soul, I think, folds to Nib.
Because they love the token.
Yeah, exactly.
Swell.
Yeah. So Nib is make or break the entirety of this game.
Actually, even though I thought Nib Hero should actually hurt Sword Soul. Did you nib Gus yesterday?
I didn't have a chance to. I didn't pull it by any of my hands.
Because now I thought about it, Nib does actually hurt Sword Soul just as
yeah,
much as
but
it does everything else.
Usually, if they're smart about it, if they're playing around Nib, they can get to Baron on their 3rd summon.
Okay.
So it doesn't matter anyway. So.
D-barrier.
Yeah, D-barrier. We're running a single Rembrum.
Okay.
This card's insane. It's a negate. It's a little bit of recursion, and it's also a bounce. When it negates, it's just a really good card. Basically, this is almost always my first fusion summon when I actually get into the games. If I have a bestial in the hand, in the opening hand, Branded Fusion, go into this, use the bestial, banish the Mercurier, summon the bestial, plus off of the Mercurier. Just keeps going off of that. Absolutely amazing card. Grand Gnoll. This card's insane. So you send a level 6 or higher lighter dark monster, which means you can send Albion off of that, which means you can get that effect during the invasion.
This still confuses me why they made that one a light monster compared to the rest of the deck.
Well, they've got a couple other light monsters.
Oh, I forgot about Rebellion.
Lebellion's there. Lebellion is just standard. Same thing for Mirror Jade. These 2 cards kind of make or break the deck. We've got Dricus Depelia here. This is more so if I've already got a Mirror Jade on field and I'm going into Rebellion again. It's more for that kind of phase. It's also for very specific matchups, like in the mirror. Priskinian, this is what you. So one of the other effects of Granganol is that when your opponent special summons a monster, you can swap it out. You can banish this and special summon a Despian monster from your extra deck. You go into Priskinian. It's a big body that also, when something is in your graveyard, you can banish it. In your opponent's graveyard, you can banish it or special summon it. It's a decent body. It takes a lot of effort to actually to fusion summon it other ways, but you can cheat it out with Granganol and you feel great. Not a lot of lists are running Portis. I like Portis a lot, mostly because it sets all of your opponent's monsters to 0, assuming they aren't level 8 fusions. So don't go into this in the mirror match. But also, if this leaves the field, you can special summon a Fallen Valdez or a Despia monster.
Speaking of mirror match, did Matt play Despia last night too?
He wasn't there last night.
Ah, okay, well, carry on.
Running one Masquerade. I think Masquerade is falling out of favor in a lot of decks, mostly because the burn is kind of inconsequential against certain matchups. And there are a lot of ways to just out this card.
Alright, I know with our locals in particular, Masquerade's fine.
Yeah.
Masquerade's fine here. Matt loves to throw 2 of them out at me whenever I'm playing against him.
And I just got the second copy, so I might slap a second copy in here. I'm running 1 Sprint, 1 Brigand. These are just things to search off of. Same thing for Albion. I'm running 3 Albion, mostly because sometimes you run out of Albions in your extra deck, and you didn't get the retribution to send it back. So sometimes you just need to run 3. I did get a second copy of this. I just did not swap the sleeves yet, and I think I just left it in my bolt binder.
Okay. So good.
So I just need to get one more.
I have one.
Oh, sweet.
Yep.
It's literally things.
I know it is. Thank you, Megatin.
Thank God for Megatons.
15 extra, 40 main, I'm assuming, or is it more than 40?
It is 40 main. I managed to cut it down to exactly 40.
So no, it was 42 the other day, wasn't it?
It was 42. I basically cut out a couple of the other branded trap cards. Branded Beast basically does nothing if you're not running the Bestial version. And Branded Regained, again, if you're not running the Bestial version, kind of sucks.
And would you stick to Bestial after this, or are you going to go try the other?
Well, this is basically the Despia version.
Oh, okay. They still do play the Bestials. I wasn't sure.
They play the smallest Bestial package you can. If you're not running the Bestial Rebellion, you're basically running 3 Serenair.
Because I do know that people are now opting to throw in a gold sarcophagus for the courier.
Yeah.
Have you thought about it?
I was thinking about it. I was thinking of actually replacing the Magnum up with a gold Sark.
Okay, because you did say you had a couple flex spots in there.
Yeah, there was a couple flex spots, and I'm basically trying to figure out. Basically, all of the hand traps and the bestials are basically being sided out in the side deck, which is this right here. Harpies. Like, Feather Duster is so good in this format, especially with all of the trap decks that are floating about right now. Just a really solid card.
Leave my Labyrinth alone.
I'm not going to leave your Labyrinth alone, man.
Especially considering whenever we were playtesting the other day, you drew Harpies
every time. That card was glued to my hand. I don't know how that happened.
Shotgun the cards I didn't want to shotgun.
You fool. 3 copies of Lightning Storm, again, for those pesky back row decks. But also, it's really helpful for going second. This is basically the go second card for this deck. 3 Imperm. This card's kind of going out of format, but it's still really powerful against some matchups. I think that's why I basically put it in the side deck, because it's basically one of those things where it's just like, sometimes you really just need an Imperm.
Very deck specific.
It's very specific.
Which is ironic, because these trap decks, I know you're getting ready to play Trap Trick. I have Labyrinth. Neither of those two want to play this card.
Yeah, I'm probably going to put this in the side deck, but depending on the matchup again, but I'm not entirely sure just yet. I'm still figuring that out. 3 Super Poly. This card's expensive, and I don't have all of the.
No, I don't blame you.
Yeah,
that makes match. I still have commons.
Yeah, so this card, I put this in strictly for the mirror match. That's it. Because otherwise, this card is basically dead. Because you're not going to be facing off against. You're not going to be able to go and go target Link monsters, or trying to use this against Baron is just stupid.
Right, and a lot of your cards can thrive in the graveyard, so
exactly. So this card just kind of isn't great at the moment. So that's kind of why I'm and why it's in the side. Some people are main decking it. I'm not. 3 evenly. It's evenly.
Glad you finally got those.
I'm so glad that the Trap Tricks deck actually just printed a copy that we can get easily.
Right.
Like, Jesus Christ, this card was what, $10, $11 before? Now it's essentially
you missed times when when it first came out. Its original secret rare was $60. Even its Megaton secret was $60.
Oh, yeah, I know. Even still like that. It's still inexpensive. It was still an expensive card, but now you can just buy the Trap Trick Structure deck, and there you go. You got 3 copies.
Yeah.
And then we're running 2 triple tack. I might replace this with something else. I never cited this in against anybody. It just never really came up.
If we had if Cashtira would have been played, it would have been a lot better.
If I was going up against who was it that was playing it last night? I think it was
Zach.
Yeah, it was Zach. Zach. If I was going up against Zach, I would have cited this in, but
I'd say keep it in.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion. Obviously, it's your deck. Do what you want. But
I'm still trying to figure out what exactly to go into these are basically the 2 flex slots out.
Because you get 2 cards, and with your deck, any hand advantage is better.
Yeah.
Or it still is a monster. And with Kashtira, oh man, let me just take your Shingir-Ira.
Yep, and then
stop you from taking my stuff.
Well, and with the Kashtira matchup, this deck basically, you want to draw the outs, and unfortunately enough, that's kind of the format that we're in. Unfortunately.
Yeah, man, just draw the out, man.
Just draw the out. Just draw the out.
Just draw the out.
Just draw the out, man.
Just draw the out.
What a terrible format that we're in. God.
I still prefer this format over the last format. Okay.
I have my opinions. You have yours.
I know. It was very skill based last format. Now it's just
draw the out.
Draw the out.
Just get good, man.
But yeah, no. But guys, this has been Eric with his branded profile. Thank you for the profile, by the way.
No problem.
Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, leave some comments. He might be open to some critiques or criticisms.
I mean, anything to help make the deck better, because I'm still trying to figure out exactly how to make it that much better. Like I said, I think I'm going to take these out and replace them with something, but I'm not entirely sure with what yet.
Absolutely. But this has been Ferg, guys. I will see you on the next video. Later.